Hare Krishna, everyone. Madhyanatimidandha Sajnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishnapresthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nityanamine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vachati. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. In today's reading session, we will be reading from the book The Path of Perfection by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and we are in 6th chapter, page number 50. Thus, the devotee sees Krishna in everything. He is not under the illusion that everything has become Krishna. Rather, he sees every living being as the son of God. If I say that this boy is the son of Mr. Johnson, do I mean that this boy is Mr. Johnson himself? I may see Mr. Johnson in this body because this boy is his son, but the distinction remains. If I see every living being as the son of Krishna, I see Krishna in every being. This should not be difficult to understand. It is neither an association nor a vision, but a fact. Very simple example Srila Prabhupada gives. So, there is father and there is son. So when I say, look at this boy, he is the son of so and so, that doesn't mean that son is equal to father or son himself is father. No. Son is son, father is father. So, seeing Krishna everywhere doesn't mean everything becomes Krishna. No. Because son has come from the father, there is connection of the son with father. And that's how when you see the son, you remember, when you see son, you remember father. Right? So similarly, when you see the creation of the Lord, the energy of the Lord spread everywhere, you immediately remember the connection of everything, what we see, with its originator, is Krishna. That is how we understand. When a devotee sees a cat or a dog, he sees Krishna in him. He knows that a cat, for instance, is a living being and that due to his past deeds he has received the body of a cat. This is due to his forgetfulness. The devotee helps the cat by giving it some Krishna prasad so that someday the cat will come to Krishna consciousness. This is seeing Krishna in the cat. Right? The devotee does not think, oh, here is Krishna, let me embrace this cat and serve this cat as God. Right? Such thinking is nonsensical. If one sees a tiger, he does not say, oh, here is Krishna, come on, please eat me. The devotee does not embrace all beings as Krishna, but rather sympathizes with every living being because he sees all beings as part and parcel of Krishna. In this way, the true yogi observes me in all beings. This is real vision. So, some time ago, I came across a gentleman who was glorifying another sadhu who preaches about humanitarianism and many things like that, some good things, trying to create good human in the society. So he was telling something about that uh, person who is preaching about humanitarian activities, that he tells a story that one person was praying to God that, oh God, please give me darshan, please give me darshan, please give me opportunity to serve you. Every day he was praying to God, please give me opportunity to serve you. One day, one dog came near his house, near the door, and the dog started barking. Maybe the dog was looking for some food, and this person opened the door and he saw the dog, and immediately he shooed the dog away. Similarly, some other day, another living entity came. He shot that animal also away. So like that, many times, 3, 4 times, it happened. And on the other side, he's continuously praying to God, "Oh God, please give me opportunity to serve you." Another time, some beggar came begging for something. This person didn't give him anything and sent him away. So like this, many things happened, and one day God came in his dream and told that you are always asking me service, service, service. I came to your door as a beggar, you didn't serve me. I came to your door as a dog, you didn't serve me. I came as a hog, you didn't serve me. So what these people meant is they create a story which puts human, ordinary human, animals, and every jiva on an equal platform. They compare ordinary living entities and ordinary human beings with God. So such a mentally concocted stories will simply misguide. Prabhupada says, God is God, dog is dog. Right? Dog cannot become God. So we should understand from the Shastras how to see Krishna in everything. It is not that, just like Prabhupada is giving example here, a devotee will not say, a tiger, you are Krishna, come, I'll embrace you, come, you eat me. No. Every jiva, devotee has sympathy that this living entity has gotten this body because of his past karma. He is in the evolution cycle. Whatever is done in Krishna consciousness, knowingly or unknowingly, will have its effect. Children who bow down or try to vibrate Krishna's wings, clap during Kirtan, are actually accumulating so much in their bank account of Krishna consciousness. Right? Anything, whatever small thing done in Krishna consciousness gives you highest benefit. It accumulates lot in your bank account of Krishna consciousness. Even the children who unknowingly during the kirtans they will dance, they will clap, they will shout, they will say sometimes when the prema dhwani happens, when we say Shri Radha Krishna Chandra ki jai, they also loudly say jai. Every time they will say jai. So all this is not ordinary thing. It all goes to their permanent bank account of Krishna. Fire will act whether one is a child or an adult. If a child touches fire, the fire will burn. The fire does not say, "Oh, I will not burn him. He is a child and does not know." No, the fire will always act as fire. Similarly, Krishna is the supreme spirit. And if a child partakes in Krishna consciousness, he will be affected. Krishna will act, whether the child knows or does not know. Every living being should be given a chance to partake of Krishna consciousness because Krishna is there and will act. Therefore, everyone is being invited to come and take prasad because this prasad will someday take effect. Srila Prabhupada, during his physical presence on this planet, he always instructed the leading devotees of his movement to make sure that always there is some prasadam for any visitor who comes to temple. He should not go without having at least little prasadam. That is why I see all over the world, wherever there is ISKCON temple, there will be some prasadam distributed to the public who come to visit to have darshan of the Lord. We should be careful not to make the mistake of thinking that everyone is Krishna. This is a mistake. Rather, we should see Krishna in everyone. There is a difference. Seeing Krishna in everyone and seeing everyone as Krishna, there is difference. Many times, even after coming to Krishna consciousness, even after practicing for many years, also there are some devotees who never want to accept the truth. They say all are one. Krishna is one, Shiva is also Krishna, Ganpati also is Krishna, you are also Krishna, I am also Krishna, everybody is Krishna, chant Hare Krishna. No, it doesn't go like that. We, as the follower of this parampara, we have to understand this fact that seeing Krishna in everyone and seeing everyone as Krishna is different. Krishna is all pervading. Why is he to be seen only in human beings? As stated in Brahma Samhita, he is also present within the atom. Andantarastham paramanu chayantarastham. The word paramanu means atom. And we should understand that Krishna is present within every atom. A true yogi observes me in all beings and also sees every being in me. How does the yogis see every being in me? This is possible because the true yogi knows that everything that we see is Krishna. We are sitting on this floor or on this carpet, but in actuality, we are sitting on Krishna. We should know this to be a fact. How is this carpet Krishna? It is Krishna because it is made of Krishna's energy. The Supreme Lord has various energies, of which there are three primary divisions: material energy, spiritual energy, and marginal energy. Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. We living entities are marginal energy. The material world is material energy, and the spiritual world is spiritual energy. We are marginal energy in the sense that we can be either spiritually or materially situated. Just like Prabhupada gives the example of the beach, right? The sand on the beach. That beach, the sand on the beach is sometimes covered by water and sometimes is uncovered by water. Sometimes it is in the air, sometimes it is in the water. Similar is the situation of marginal energy. Marginal potency of Krishna are all the jivas who are sometimes under spiritual Shakti and sometimes under material Maya Shakti. There is no third alternative. Either we become materialistic or spiritualist. As long as we are in the material world, we are seated on the material energy and therefore we are situated in Krishna. Because Krishna's energy is not separate from Krishna, a flame contains both heat and illumination, two energies. As long as we are in the material world, we are seated on the material energy, and therefore we are situated in Krishna because Krishna's energy is not separate from Krishna. A flame contains both heat and illumination, two energies. right? Neither the heat nor the illumination are separate from the flame. Right? Therefore, in one sense, heat is fire and illumination is fire, but they can be distinguished. Similarly, this material energy is also Krishna, and although we are thinking that we are sitting on this floor, we are actually sitting on Krishna. Therefore, it is stated, the self realized man sees me everywhere. Seeing Krishna everywhere means seeing every living being as well as everything else in relationship to Krishna. In the seventh chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna how he can be seen in various manifestations. रसोऽहम् अप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूरयः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दः खे पौरुषं दृशु. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Rasa means the taste. Right? Krishna says, I am the taste. Taste of what? Water. Rasoham apsu. Apa or apsu is water. So Krishna says, I am the taste of water. Prabhasmi Shashi Surayaha. I am the light which emanates from the sun and the moon. Pranavaha Sarva Vedeshu. I am Omkara, which is present in all the Vedas. O son of Kunti, Arjuna, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and the ability in man. Shabdaha, K refers to the Akasha, sky. Shabdaha, the sky is filled with sound. Krishna says, I am that sound. And Paurusham, Drushu, and among men, I am the ability. What is drunk? Water is drunk by all living entities and is needed by birds, beasts, and man. It is not only used for drinking, but for washing and for cultivating plants as well. A soldier on the battlefield can understand how important water is. When fighting, soldiers become thirsty, and if they have no water, they die. Once a person has learned the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, whenever he drinks water, he sees Krishna. And when does a day pass when we do not drink water? Every day we drink water. This is the way of Krishna consciousness. I am the light of the sun and the moon. So whether in the day or night we see either sunshine or moonshine, how then can we forget Krishna? So during the daytime we are seeing sunshine, we are seeing Krishna. Because sunshine is Krishna. And at night we see moonshine because moonshine is Krishna. I am the light of the sun and the moon. So whether in the day or in the night we see either sunshine or moonshine, how then can we forget Krishna? This then is the way of perfect yoga. We have to see Krishna everywhere and at all times. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mani pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sacha me na pranasyati. For one who sees me everywhere, yo mam pashyati, yo, one who, mam, me, pashyati, sees, sarvatra, always, one who sees me everywhere. Sarvam cha mai pashyati, and he sees everything in me. He sees me everywhere, and he sees everything in me. I am never lost. Tasyaham na pranashyami, nor is he ever lost to me. Sacha me na pranashyati. What a beautiful words Krishna speaks. This is Sada Tadbhava Bhavitaha. Always remembering Krishna. If we practice living in this way, we never lose Krishna and are never lost to Krishna. And at the time of death, we are therefore sure to go to Krishna. If we are not lost to Krishna, where can we go but to Krishna? In the ninth chapter, Krishna tells Arjuna Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perish. For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. Simply don't lose sight of Krishna. This is the perfection of life. We can forget everything else, but we should never forget Krishna. If we can remember Krishna, we are the richest man. If we always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna, we are the richest of men. Even though people may see us as very poor, although Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami were learned scholars and very opulent ministers, they adopted the poor life of mendicants. In his Sri Shad Goswami Ashtaka, Srinivasa Acharya thus describes the six Goswamis. त्यक्त्वा तूर्णमशेषमण्डलपते श्रेणिं सदा तुच्छवात् भुक्त्वा दीनगणेशकरुणया कोऽपि न कण्ठाश्रितो गोपीभावरसामृताब्धिलहरी कल्लोलमग्नो मुहुः वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who cast off all aristocratic association as insignificant. To deliver poor, conditioned souls, they accepted loincloths and became mendicants. But they were always merged in the ecstatic ocean of the gopis' love for Krishna, and they were always bathing repeatedly in the waves of that ocean. The words Kaupina Kanthashrito indicates that the Goswamis were simply wearing underwear and a loin cloth and nothing else. In other words, they accepted the poorest way of life as mendicants. Generally, if one is habituated to living according to a high standard, he cannot immediately lower his standard. If a rich man accepts such a poor condition, he cannot live. But the Goswamis lived very happily. How was this possible? Gopi bhavara samritabdhilahari kallola magno muhu. Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. They were actually rich because they were constantly dipping themselves in the ocean of the loving affairs of the gopis. If one simply thinks of the gopis' love for Krishna, one is not lost. There are many ways not to lose sight of Krishna. If we do not lose sight of Krishna, then we will not be lost. A person in Krishna consciousness certainly sees Lord Krishna everywhere and he sees everything in Krishna. Such a person may appear to see all separate manifestations of the material nature, but in each and every instance, he is conscious of Krishna, knowing that everything is the manifestation of Krishna's energy. Nothing can exist without Krishna. And Krishna is the Lord of everything. This is the basic principle of Krishna consciousness. How does the devotee know that everything is the manifestation of Krishna's energy? First of all, a Krishna conscious person is a philosopher. If he sees a tree, he thinks, what is this tree? He then sees that the tree has a material body, just as he has a material body, and that the tree is also a living entity. But due to the tree's past misdeeds, he has attained such an abominable body that he cannot even move. The tree's body is material energy, and the devotees automatically questions whose energy? Krishna's energy. Therefore, the tree is connected to Krishna. Being a living entity, the tree is part and parcel of Krishna. In this way, the Krishna conscious person does not see the tree but sees Krishna present. That is Krishna consciousness. You don't see the tree, you see Krishna. This is the perfection of yoga, and that is this is the perfection of yoga, and that is also samadhi. Krishna consciousness is the development of love of Krishna, a position transcendental even to material liberation. So sometimes this question comes because for most of us, liberation is highest, right? But according to the Gaudiya Vaishnava understanding, liberation also is not highest. There is something beyond liberation. What is that? Beyond liberation is Krishna Prema, Krishna Bhakti, Krishna consciousness. It is said one can perform Krishna conscious activities, one can become fully Krishna conscious only when he is liberated. So liberation comes first, then comes Krishna Bhakti. Not that liberation comes first, Bhakti comes first, and we do Bhakti, 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 and then we get liberation. No, first liberation and then Bhakti. Why does the Krishna conscious person take such an account of the trees? Because he has love for Krishna. If you love your child and your child is away, you think of him when you see his shoes. You think, oh, this is my dear child's shoe. It is not that you love the shoe, but the child. The shoe, however, evokes that love. The shoe, however, evokes that love. Similarly, as soon as we see Krishna's energy manifested in living entity, we love that entity because we love Krishna. So why a devotee loves all the jivas, all the people? Why? Because he sees Krishna in all the jivas, Krishna in all the people. Therefore, if we love Krishna, universal love is accounted for. Otherwise, universal love is nonsensical because it is not possible to love everybody without loving Krishna. If we love Krishna, universal love is automatically there. Without being Krishna conscious, a person may say, here is my American brother and here is my Indian brother. Now let us eat this cow. Such a person may look on other humans as brothers, but he looks on the cow as food. In this material, is this universal love? A Krishna conscious person, however, thinks, oh, here is a cow, here is a dog, they are part and parcel of Krishna, but somehow or other they have acquired different bodies. This does not mean that they are not my brothers. How can I kill and eat my brothers? That is true universe. Have rooted love, rooted in love for Krishna. That is true universal love. Is rooted in love for. Without such Krishna consciousness, that is why it is called as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The entire planet, all the jivas on this planet are one Kutumba. Vasudha Eva Kutumbakam. There is no question of, so without such Krishna consciousness, there is no question of love at all. Krishna consciousness is the stage beyond self-realization in which the devotee becomes one with Krishna in the sense that Krishna becomes everything for the devotee. An intimate relationship between the Lord and the devotee then exists. In that stage, the living entity attains his immortality, nor is the personality of Godhead ever out of sight of the devotee. To merge in Krishna is spiritual annihilation. A devotee takes no such risk. It is stated in Brahma Samhita. So in this verse, Lord Brahma speaks about how Krishna can be seated in the heart of every jiva. How to see Krishna? What is the process to, what is the qualification to see Krishna? He says, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. One's eyes must be anointed with love for Krishna. Prema. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santaha Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokaganti. So such santas, such devotees, whose eyes are always smeared with love of Krishna, in their heart, Krishna always resides. Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhaja. I worship the primeval Lord Govinda, who is always seen by the devotees whose eyes are anointed with the pulp of love. He is seen in his eternal form of Shama Sundara, situated within the heart of the devotee. One who has developed such love for Krishna sees Shama Sundara word, I'm not able to get it. One who has developed such a love for Krishna sees Shama Sundara always within his heart. At this stage, Lord Krishna never disappears from the sight of the devotee, nor does the devotee ever lose sight of the Lord. In the case of a yogi who sees the Lord as Paramatma within the heart, the same applies. Such a yogi turns into a pure devotee and cannot bear to live for a moment without seeing the Lord within himself. This is the real process by which we can see God. God is not our order supplier. We cannot demand God, come and show yourself. No, we first have to qualify ourselves. Then we can see God at every moment and every time. Further, we will see in our next class. Thank you everybody for joining. Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari.